Andreja needs our help. She wants to find her old buddies, and for that, our next stop is Aquila City. And we'll also be doing whatever side quests we encounter in the way. And some side quests that I have on the quest log that I haven't done already. Go to Ilios. Didn't that guy call it a resort? Fine, we'll do that as well. Oh, okay. If I should listen to the conversation, well, the argument, then we should do it now. Let's see what's it about.
With due respect, I have repeatedly explained that I do not need permission. I came to you in the spirit of cooperation, but if this is the reaction...
20 years, we've done this my way, and it has always worked. Always! Why are you trying to fix something that ain't broke?
Mr. Wilson, we can deal with the Ashta better, safer. We didn't turn down fire or a space flight because we managed just fine until that point.
I will not be talked down to like this.
Okay, Miss Alpin, please don't take any further action until we've had some time to think this over. All right?
Keone seems well intended, but
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta.
Lose the attitude, girl.
Friend, I gotta confess, I'm not much in the mood for conversation. I know, I shouldn't let that woman get up under my skin, but, well, I can't seem to help it.
Yeah, she was pretty out of line. Don't need permission.
Not a shred of awareness in her. It's shocking is what it is. Look, this ain't New Atlantis. It ain't all flowers and chirping birds out there. These walls around us, they're here for a damn good reason. I've trained the guards here for years, again, for a damn good reason. We get it wrong, we not watching all the time, then the Ashta kill innocent people. That's the simple reality of the situation. So when someone struts into town with their untested ideas on how to do things better than those of us who dedicated our lives to protecting the city, that don't go over so well.
You don't need to be so mad about it.
How could I not? People in this city put their trust in me to keep them all safe. Look, this is getting my blood pressure up talking about this so damn much. You think you can talk some sense into her? Be my guest. Otherwise, I suggest you leave defending this city to the people who spent their lives doing it.
Fine. Let's go speak to Keone.
Well, you sure don't look like you're delivering the capacitors I'm waiting for. Something I can do for you?
What was your idea back there?
Correction. Mr. Wilson has a disagreement with me. I can't tell if he's just being willfully ignorant or has just entirely misunderstood my proposals. I'm not sure what you've heard or, quite frankly, why this seems to be getting around the way it is. Despite assertions to the contrary, I'm not attempting to run anyone out of a job or open the city gates to allow Ashta to come pouring in. Nor am I in any way attempting to make a statement about the competence of the current security forces and/or apparatus in Aquila City. I hope that clears things up.
Well, that was definitive.
You do seem well intended, but that's not gonna get you your way.
Well, I must need to work on my delivery because I keep having this problem.
Have a bit of empathy.
I need to prove that what I'm working on can make a positive difference. Then you'll see it my way. I could really use some help, in fact, just to make sure this all goes off without a hitch. Would you be willing to place some sensors for me?
Sure. Hey, let's see where this
That
leads.
is great news. Just take these and stick them in specific spots in the city along the wall. When you're done, come find me. I'll find something to do in the meantime to give myself an air of plausible deniability.
Oh, it's not even outside the wall, then it's gonna be a breeze. It's
Yes,
just that there's 6 of them.
I have spent far too much time here. I do not recommend it.
So Aggies is where we're gonna be doing Andreja's quests. Okay, noted. It's really close as well.
You got some good news, I hope?
Yeah, it's done. Now pay me.
Perhaps there is a miscommunication somewhere along the way. I mean, I suppose I can pay you, but we hadn't really discussed that. Also, we're not quite done. So, this next part, it's a bit delicate. See that guard tower across the way there? I need to get in there and make a few small modifications to the terminal inside. I don't have the processing power to collate all the data that'll be coming in from the sensors. The existing network does.
Fine, I'll do it.
Oh, goodness. I really am bad at communicating sometimes. I have that part well in hand. The, guard standing outside there, he's not gonna let me in. I need you to distract him.
Approaching from behind and going for a swift elimination would be effective, but perhaps a bit more permanent than we need right now.
I should only need a few moments. So, I don't know, convince him to take a break or something. Or if you're feeling particularly rebellious, maybe give him some official business to attend to. I believe it's what Davis would refer to as a ruckus. As soon as you've got him occupied, I'll scoot in and out before anyone notices. Okay? Let's do this.
What are you even trying to do? I will find it out later. Sir. Sir! Bro, shut up! Why are you whistling for that long? What is this?
What brings you to the wall?
Not your whistling.
Because if that's what you're looking for, you've hit the jackpot.
Oh, nice. We can persuade. Let's try
I'm
it.
just supposed to take this on what? Faith?
No. Charisma. Go on. Yes.
Well, if you say so. I guess I believe you. Just don't do anything I'll regret, okay?
I think it's gonna be fine. Not sure.
Ecologies are living things. They move, they change. The way we handle Ashta works for now. So we have to be prepared. That's all settled then. Thanks for the assist. Hope you're none too worse for wear.
You know, this felt wrong. You should come clean.
Oh, I intend to.
Really?
Once enough data has been collected, I'll have the proof I need to convince them, especially Davis, that my technology is useful. If you're curious, come back tomorrow. I might even have preliminary findings.
Hey, nearly 9,000 credits. And the quest is done, but is this gonna be a quest line? Yep, wait 24 hours. Well, actually, let's do Andreja's now. I mean, we are right in front of
If we are
Aggie's.
to find Aaron, we should start by looking for him at Aggie's bar in the stretch.
That's why we're here.
Hear about the blood stain. I'll get to it.
He is not here. I am disappointed, but relieved somehow.
It's fine, we'll find him.
You're right. I'm sorry. Someone here must know more. We should inquire about him.
Then let's talk to the bartender. Aggie.
I'm busy. Leave me alone.
Oh, so nice. Have you seen Aaron?
You ain't here looking for Erin.
I am, though.
She is.
Oh, you recognize
Hello,
her.
I was unsure whether you would remember me. It has been a long time.
I ain't likely to forget you anytime soon.
Okay, fine. We are looking for
I
Aaron.
heard ya ain't deaf.
Oh, great.
She didn't ruin Aaron's life enough the first time, huh? Back for more?
Ruined his life? How dare you?
How dare
Did she
you?
tell you what she did to him? How she left him bleeding on some godforsaken rock in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, that's not all there was to it.
No? Were you there?
Were you?
Aaron told this story so many damn times over the years, I feel like it sure as hell was. Aaron sat in that corner for years, scared of his own shadow, convinced the damn zealots were coming back to finish the job. The few credits he had to rub together that didn't get spent on drink, he spent on setting himself up someplace where they couldn't find him. Wouldn't trust anyone that walked through the door. Only ever talked to me when he was drunk enough. If either of you cared, you wouldn't just be showing up now. Aaron ain't been in here for almost a year now. Showed up one day saying he'd gone and got himself set up on Hyla too.
And you just tell me that?
So often.
After everything,
It
you
was the
just
closest
say
I'd
where
seen
he
him
is?
happy in I don't know how long. And that was it. Never came through the door again.
Did he ever mention me?
You mean did he blame you? That's what you want to know.
Oh, great. Now she's a
I know
psychologist.
guilt when I see it. Don't try and deny it.
Fine. Did he blame me?
No. You were one of the good ones.
No.
Right up until the last time I talked to him. Me?
So much
I
suspense
don't
for
think your
that.
kind has good ones.
My kind?
I know what you are. You take your holier-than-thou bullshit and your great serpent and shove them.
You dare insult me like this when I have come to you asking for help. I should kill you where you stand.
No, you shouldn't. You walked onto
Fine.
the woman's business
Perhaps I will
acting
return
like that,
here
Andreja.
at some point.
No.
Well,
Bad girl.
This has been so much fun. You see Aaron, you tell him I got a bottle of his favorite stashed away if he ever shows up again. But honestly, I'm hoping he doesn't.
Okay, thank you for telling me where he is. Andreja.
We have something to go on at least.
Quite weirdly so.
I am grateful that you showed some compassion, despite that woman's attitude. I do not have your patience.
Don't go threatening to kill people when they
Well,
don't help
it
you.
was convincing enough. I'm eager to reach Hyla too, and speak to Aaron. Perhaps there is something we can do to help him. Provide him a sense of safety.
Well, to Hyla too, where I'm sure Aaron is gonna love to see ya. Well, hopefully I can persuade him instead of having a fight. Defeat the Zealots! Why would you spoil that? Why would the quest log spoil the quest? Anyways, fine. Let's take care of the Zealots. There's at least one more. Oh, level 36. Buddy. No. Ouch. Gotta heal. Let's see. That should take every single disease away and 2 med packs. Yeah, that should do it. Now just gotta reload. Oh, it's done already. Huh. Guess my weapon has more damage than I thought it did. Not really paying attention to
I
any
thought I saw
of
something.
that.
I need to be sure.
Okay. What did you see? Oh, is that a grave? Surely you don't mean the robot. Yeah, it's a grave.
There would be a chance to speak to him,
Wait,
to make amends.
who made the grave if he's dead?
For leaving him, I
And
was
lived
prepared to
alone.
accept that I did not
Did the robot do it?
think I would find him.
Did the zealots?
At least these vermin didn't get him.
What am I
He's been
missing?
gone for... Clearly it's been some time. Look around. There will be correspondence from Jada Wong, I am sure of it. This cannot all be for nothing.
Have you listened to what I said, Andreja? Who dug the grave? Fine, let's get the slate. Aaron's slate. Oh, I'm not reading all that. I just
You
don't
found
feel like
something?
it. She can read
Please,
it.
let me see it.
She'll let me know.
I should
What's
have
up?
guessed. Jada was always the one to run towards trouble. Of course she would still be doing it now. In her own way.
Oh, she's going after the zealots.
She has been for as long as I have known her. Jada was younger than some of the other smugglers we contracted. There was concern she would be unreliable. As time went on, we called on her more and more often, eventually relying on her almost exclusively. She was sharp, a skilled pilot and very, very determined. Always talking about her big plans for retirement, how she would live like a queen. I am not surprised that she would desire revenge. But to go this far, we need to find her. But before we go, I've discovered something else, and I do not know what to make of it. Aaron was composing a reply to Jada, but never sent it. It reads as if he was expecting the zealots to find him, that they knew where to look for him.
Like Cobain said, just because you're paranoid doesn't
Clearly
mean they're
he had
not
become paranoid,
after you.
But that does not mean he was wrong. What bothers me, though, is that he mentions a name he should not know. Tomisar Kadik.
That's certainly a name I don't know.
Nor should you. For all of my assignments in the settled systems, Tomisar has been my link to House Baroon. From him, I have received my orders, and he is the person to whom I have reported my success. He does not work with anyone outside House Baroon, and I am the only one who knows how and where to find him. Aaron should never have heard of him.
Then shouldn't we go to that guy and ask him?
It is hardly that simple.
No, it is.
We
That
must
simple.
first make sure that Jada is safe. And perhaps she will be able to shed light on this.
Sure.
Let us head for the den.
Okay, let's find Jada and ask her what's up.
Haven't seen you around here before. Welcome to the den. Reina Marquez. I head up the Vanguard station here. Good to see another Vanguard pilot. You assigned here or just passing through?
Why are those my only two options?
Right. Okay. Good. Was afraid I'd gotten another transfer without any warning. Nothing against you personally, of course. I'd just like to know who I'm responsible for before they show up on my doorstep. You need anything? Say the word. We're short on luxuries here, but for a fellow Vanguard, I'll do what I can to help.
Well, I'm looking for Jada.
Huang? Really? There are at least 3 other pilots based out of here I'd expect to receive complaints about first. Before we get started, I have to inform you there's a formal review process for the Vanguard, so don't expect any action for a while, okay? Now, what is the nature of your complaint?
I'm not here to complain. Just need to talk with her.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Force of habit, I suppose. Jada isn't here. Hasn't been here in a while. In fact, she's following up on some sensitive information. I'm not sure I should disclose any more than that.
Okay, let's persuade then.
It's not something I can just blurt out.
Oh, of course it is. I'm not gonna pay you.
I'm not telling you.
Oh, I
The
failed.
safety of my pilots has to come before anything else. I can't help you.
Fortunately, there's another map marker. The
Talking about
barman.
history makes people so uncomfortable. Hey there. Ain't seen you before. What brings you to the den?
Not your looks, man, that's for sure.
Ah, man with a purpose. Good, I like that. Don't worry, I won't ask questions. I know well as anyone that secrets ought to stay secret. Well, you're welcome here, so long as I don't hear you disrespecting the United Colonies military. You got a problem with our history or our heroes? And you can find somewhere else to get yourself a drink. Clear?
Yeah. Looking for Jada.
That's so. Vanguard pilot. A pretty good one from what I hear. Got a real attitude, though. You could always ask the other Vanguard pilots. Or, since you're already here, I do happen to offer services in exchange for payment. One of those services can be information. You get what I'm saying here?
Gotta pay 1,000 credits.
Then I will tell you that I happen to overhear she's out in the Groombridge system. And from what I hear, Reina ain't happy about it. And our little transaction here is concluded. Pleasure doing business.
Funny enough, 1,000 credits is a lot less than the negotiation skill on the persuasion check. Is that a space station or debris? Raptor.
Unidentified ship. You are not authorized to be here. State your business.
Are you Jada?
Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
I'm with Andreja. We'd like to talk.
You're what? You've got to be kidding me. You show up here now of all times? Shit. I've got multiple ships inbound. Too late to run. Sure hope you're prepared for a fight.
Oh, fine, I'll help you. There we go.
And I'm sure not going anywhere for a while. So why don't you tell me what the hell you think you're doing, showing up here now?
Just something that was on her mind. Want to make sure you're okay.
We're talking, which means I'm alive. Which means as far as you're concerned, I'm fine. Look, my grav drive is fried. I need time to repair, if I can even manage it. You didn't take the opportunity to blow me up. So either that's not your goal, or you're playing some long game. You want to explain yourself? I can't stop you from coming over here. But I'm gonna be armed, and it's gonna be aimed at her head. Just so we're all clear.
Hey, fair enough. So let's go on board and see if she has any more clues on what's up.
How? How can you possibly show your face?
I am glad to see that you are safe, Jada. I am sorry if this is difficult for you.
Difficult? Are you serious right now? You set us up, killed my friends, and then a decade later you show up like nothing happened? Have you lost your mind?
Set you up? I never... I was not behind that. It was zealots, you know that. We were all attacked.
Don't bullshit me. Not now. And who the hell are you? Her backup dancer?
What? No.
I was too a ways back. You can see how that's worked out for me. What are you doing here with her? You don't look like Varun to me.
Remember the ambush? We want to know who did it.
Why? So you can finish the job she started?
Jada, you are my friend. I was not part of that attack.
You know, for a while I told myself it was a coincidence that you disappeared once the shooting started. That you were long gone when the dust settled. Told myself, no, it couldn't possibly be her. Not after all those years we spent working together. We're friends. So I went after the zealots. And then I found out the truth. Your damned High Council. They knew. Told the zealots where to find us.
That's not true. That cannot be true.
Oh, it is.
How? How do you know this? If you have proof, I need to see it right now.
You don't get to demand anything of me, Andreja. I know what I've seen.
Do you have proof?
I don't have. It doesn't work like that. I've put things together over the years. Slates, communications, interrogations.
Fair.
A name,
Fair.
Jada. Give me a name. You must have heard one by now.
Tomasar. Tomasar Kadik. That's the bastard from the High Council who's been helping the zealots.
And did you hear this from Aaron?
Aaron? What? No. I haven't talked to him in a year. What do you know about it?
Jada, I swear on the serpent himself, I would never betray you. I need time to make this right. Can we go somewhere and talk?
I am not giving up on this. I've tracked them this far, and I'm going to see this through. You want your proof? Well, they have it.
So, you think you've won, do you?
That's him! That's the bastard responsible for the ambush! If you're not lying to me, then you better help me take him down. Otherwise, I'll just have to destroy you both. Get back to your ship!
Calm down, we will help.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
Knowledge that the Great Serpent has truly blessed my ship and my crew. Why else would he have delivered unto me the dregs of our purge years ago? The awful that escaped our righteous justice.
Your pathetic High Council, who betrayed the charge laid upon them by the Great Serpent,
Done.
gave you over to us.
Oh, he's dead, but he keeps on talking. Okay.
It always irks me that you escaped the fate you deserved. But now, the Serpent sets my mind at ease, and in his name, I will cleanse your filth from this universe.
I do not understand. It cannot be possible that the High Council would betray us like that. He must have been lying.
And why would he be lying?
Zealots have interpreted the teachings of Jinan Varun in the most hostile way possible, and are convinced they are the only true followers of the Great Serpent. They have always been certain in their beliefs and actions. Does not make them correct. Something about this does not feel right. This message. The code at the bottom. I have seen this before. I know where we need to go. I must explain. House Barun values secrecy above nearly all else. Those of us sent out into the settled systems, we cannot return.
Ah, the hell with their rules.
It is not just about rules. When we are assigned a mission, we are taken to a point outside of House Barun's domain. We do not jump ourselves. We are never given the coordinates for Varun Kai, our homeworld. We literally cannot return. Only a select few are ever trusted with that knowledge. I can never go home. Unless I am permitted.
That's a lot of manipulation.
It has been deemed necessary for the protection of House Varun. And for generations, it has worked. Who am I to question it? But there is something I can do. I cannot travel to my home, but I can reach out another way. But it means putting you in danger in a way you have not been before. I cannot say for certain what will happen.
I'm sure we've been through worse.
And we have survived this, yes, but what comes next is different. I just want to make that clear. There is an old derelict star station where I may get answers. I know that seems vague. It will become clear when we arrive.
Ah, don't you worry, it's gonna be fine.
I will say again, there is danger for you here, likely for us both. I need you to trust me. These stations were built by the United Colonies during the Serpent's Crusade. They were abandoned when peace was brokered. They are an excellent place to hide in plain sight.
Is this like a Varun town?
Before we go any further, I cannot stress this enough. Keep your weapons at your side. Do not make any sudden moves. Do nothing to appear hostile.
Okay, you can count on me, I trust you.
Thank you. Please give me a moment.
I didn't knew that there was House Varun towns. Well, settlements, whatever. I know that we can't find their planet, which is weird, because there's like 1,000 planets. Surely, if we explored them all.
Which is disappointing. Completely against the rules of our arrangement. Do you care to explain yourself before I relay this to the High Council?
Oh, Tomizar is mad. Well, let's have her deal with everything. We're just the backup.
I am not the one who needs to explain himself, Tomizar.
I am surprised by your tone. What has gotten into you? This is very unlike you. Almost insubordinate.
I know what you have done. The messages you sent.
You are not making any sense. Of course I send you messages. That is how this works. That is how it has always worked.
Not to me. To the zealots. To the fanatics who murdered my friends, who tried to murder me.
You must be mistaken. Or perhaps confused. Nothing like that has ever happened.
Enough! I have the transcripts, Tomizar. You did this. You told them where to find us.
Now, let's just take a moment. No one wants to make accusations they might regret. You are from that Constellation group. I've heard all about you.
Because she told you.
Turned her against me, filled her head with lies. This will not be allowed to stand.
Oh, shut up. I have nothing to do with this. That's all on you.
You have corrupted her.
I said enough. This is between you and me.
This has gone far enough. Talk some sense into her at once. Neither of you would dare lift a finger against me. Against House Varun.
I don't know about you, buddy, but she looks ready to kill you.
No, please. If you let Andreja hurt me, I am her only link to the High Council. To House Varun. Without me, she can never return home.
What if you die? Due to unrelated causes, such a plot hole.
He deserves to die.
Did you not hear me? You do this, you lose everything.
I heard you. I know what it costs me. But he deserves it. Does he not?
I don't know. That's your decision.
I've been betrayed. Why should I care anymore? The only thing keeping him alive right now is... I know that if I do this, I lose my home. Probably forever. I do not know what to do.
Do you want me to do it? Or...
So be it.
Okay. Okay, fine. Let's see. One hit. Oh, be careful. Do not appear hostile. It's fine if you kill him, though. I will take his outfit as
Always
well.
worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
What? What a weird sentence to say.
It is good to see justice done. But it should have been at my hand, not yours.
I asked you.
I am flattered. I do not know what to say. No one has ever expressed feelings like that before. For now, I suppose, this matter is done. I do not know if I will face punishment either in this life or the next. I am so tired. Can we, at least for the moment, return to the lodge?
Sure, let's see if Sarah's still bugged. Oh, no, nice. Shut up, Vlad!
There's nothing to discuss.
Let's get a second opinion, shall we? Walter and I were just discussing the expenses incurred during the attack.
No, I was explaining that there's nothing to discuss. It's been taken care of.
It seems that Walter has taken it upon himself to cover the costs of the repairs to both the lodge and the Eye, as well as any expenses relating to the funeral services.
Sam was a good man. It's the least I could do.
Why are we arguing? Thank you, Walter.
Well, it's not about looking for thanks. It needed to be done, that's all.
I can't thank you enough, Walter.
Sarah, I know we argue about money all the time. Most of it is in jest, but occasionally it's not. This is the one way I can best contribute to our work. It has been, and continues to be, an honor to do so. And when this is all over, we can go back to squabbling about minor expenses. But it was important to me that I do this.
Fair enough. Well, since we're already talking about this, there is one more thing I'd like to do for Sam, and I'd like to get your opinion. Nothing extravagant, just a small plaque here in the lodge. Something to remember them by. Where do you think would be appropriate?
Not the center, and who goes to the garden, so bar.
That's certainly someplace everyone will see it. Any objections, Walter?
No, I think this is a fine idea.
Then it's settled. I'm glad we had this discussion.
And now, perhaps we can try and move on.
Hopefully.
Yes, I think that's right.
Now, back to Andreja. Do you need some time, or...
How can I assist?
That's my cue, not yours.
Thank you for coming back here with me. I fear that, after all that has happened, I am unsure of my place in House Baroon. This room may now be the only place I have left to call home.
Well, whatever happens, I'll be there.
It is reassuring to hear you say that, but still, I do not know how to live without some connection to House Baroon. The Great Serpent has always been a guiding force in my life, the force that drives all that I do. What if I have lost that?
What if he died due to unrelated causes, huh?
Yes, that is true. Whatever else has happened or will happen, the Great Serpent still holds a purpose for me. You have been by my side through all of this, the most turbulent time in my life. And you have supported me, faithfully. I have never been able to count on any single person the way I have with you. If I am repeating myself, you will have to forgive me. I cannot overstate what it means to me.
Oh, we can romance her. Let's do it. I love you, Pepe.
Well, that is... I am sorry. I need a moment.
Ooh.
I admit this is a surprise. I did not quite realize you felt this way about me.
Oh, we're getting rejected.
If you mean it.
Oh, wait.
My feelings are not so different from yours.
Oh, we're not.
We must be clear on one thing from the very beginning. I do not share.
Agreed.
If you are mine, then you are mine alone. No one else will come between us. If that is not a commitment you are willing to make, I understand, but I will not compromise.
Well, that's mutual, and don't Great Serpent me in thinking otherwise.
Truly nothing can stop us. We will be a force to be reckoned with. You have brought a joy to my life that I could not have imagined, and could never have expected. With you at my side, love, I look forward to everything that comes next.
Yay, we have a waifu. Is that all? Do you have more dialogue, or?
I have been thinking about us.
What? You want to break up?
A couple? I am not sure of the terminology. Our relationship, let us say.
I know it's been like 5 seconds, but it's been great.
It is. And I am thankful for you every day. You and I, we come from such different backgrounds. I cannot really know all that you have been through, and you are not House Baroon.
But you knew that already. What's your point?
We do love each other. And that is a lot. This does not work if I am not honest, if I will not speak plainly what is on my mind. As much as I love you, and I do, I cannot help but wonder what the future holds for us, given all that I know to be true.
Okay, well, I'm not going anywhere. Maybe
No.
Unit C.
No, that is not my concern. I trust that you will stay with me. When the Great Serpent returns, I know I will be by his side as one of the promised. But you are not like me. You are not House Baroon. Your fate, as much as it pains me, is sealed. I have tried to not worry myself over it, but I cannot stop thinking about it. What future can we have if that is the inevitable end?
Well, can't the Great Serpent make an exception? Maybe.
I pray regularly that that is the case, but I cannot believe it will come to pass. I have never expected you to share my beliefs. You cannot possibly. And I will not fault you for that. I do want to be with you, but there are moments I find myself grieving for you already, knowing that you will be lost. How can I possibly move past this?
Can't we enjoy now and then we'll see?
It would be foolish to do anything else, I suppose. You are so good at putting things into perspective. I just hate to think of anything coming between us, whether now or in the future. But you are right. I need to focus on what is in front of me now. Not something I have no control over. Thank you for talking me through this. It only serves to remind me how much you mean to me. How deeply I care about you.
Oh, we can commit. I thought I did that already.
Really? You continue to surprise and amaze me. I am at a loss for words.
Didn't you forget a yes in there or something?
Of course, yes. Yes, I want that too.
Okay.
My culture deals with this so differently than I have seen in the rest of the settled systems. I need some time to consider what would be an appropriate, equivalent gesture. But do not mistake that for hesitation. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I will not let you go for a moment.
Okay, sweetie, let me just test something. What happens if I go to sleep? Oh, she's eyes wide open.
Last night was enlightening. I hope to learn more next time.
To learn? And okay, I gotta wait anyway, so...
last night. Well, all that physical training seems to have paid off.
That's wild. Oh, the
Please be careful with Mr. Wilson. I have a feeling he's just looking for an excuse with me. Oh, it's you. I got the data from the seismic sensors, and I need help. Nothing that would get you in trouble this time. Promise.
I'll help if I can.
Oh, thank you. It's really nice to hear that when others just don't seem to care. Remember the sensors you helped me set up around the city? Well, Davis Wilson is pretty angry about it. I suppose I should have expected that, but now no one involved with security is willing to talk to me. At all. And I really need to coordinate with them because the data I'm getting from the sensors is, well, it's off. Not what I expected at all.
What's wrong?
Kinda everything. The timing of the results, the strength of the signals. I did a lot of research on the Ashta before I started this project, and none of it lines up like it should.
Maybe there's an issue in the technology?
No, the tech is fine. I never would have put it out there if I had any reservations about that. Look, I know I screwed up here. I went behind Davis's back and did what he told me not to. I don't expect him to talk to me. But this, I'm not gonna lie, it looks an awful lot like someone has been purposely messing with the system. I can't just stroll up and accuse him of anything, but maybe someone, you I'm thinking, could just ask around, see if something's going on. I'd really appreciate it.
Okay, let's meet with Davis.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. The Ashta do. Don't mean to be rude, but I got a lot of things on my plate right now. So unless this is important, I'm gonna have to ask you to come back some other time.
So, is there something strange happening?
Oh, did you now? And did that perhaps come from a certain entitled so-called inventor who's caused me no end of headaches?
She's worried.
Oh, is she? After going off and doing exactly what she was told not to, she's concerned now? She made my life a lot more difficult, but I don't have time to deal with that right now. I have more important things to worry about. Been tracking Ashta for a long time now, and suddenly their behavior doesn't add up. Probably not a coincidence.
So maybe that's why the data is weird.
Maybe it would, but right now I don't give a damn about her data. Now I need to get back out there and get some eyes on this situation. Since you so interested, looks like you can handle yourself. You wanna join me?
Sure, why not? Let's kill some aliens.
Yeah, I've heard more than a few hunters say something similar. They nearly all apologize for it later. Gear yourself up however you need to and meet me at the gate. We'll head out from there.
I'm ready.
Vigilance is what keeps Aquila City safe.
No, Vigilance is a Vanguard ship.
Ready to head out there?
Yeah, let's go, man.
Okay then. Just stick close to me, keep your head on a swivel, and you'll be fine. We'll be back before you know it. And maybe we'll get some answers.
Speaking of which, let me guess, you're gonna be talking throughout the whole way.
Talking about
yep.
These tracks, they're all wrong. The spacing, the depth, just doesn't make any sense. Let's keep going.
Care to elaborate?
Clever, but they're usually predictable. These tracks don't follow any other paths I expect them to. It just doesn't add up. Looks like the tracks head this way. This is one of our security bots.
Where?
Someone sent this thing out to mimic the Ashta. What in the world? Shit, you hear that? Eyes up, we got incoming.
Oh. Defeat the Ashta. Okay, let's see. Level 5? You were worried about this? Really?
Beyond the wall is no day trip.
It was.
You know how to handle yourself. Most times someone encounters an Ashta, they panic. Not you. Now I got even more questions. Who in the hell did this and why?
And how did Freestar win against
This
UC?
almost cost us lives. No one I know would think that's funny. Someone from Aquila Security did this. We're the only ones that have access to these robots or can change their orders. I need to check this over, see if I can find some more details. But while I do that, I need you to run back to the city. Check the access logs on the computer in the barracks. Look for whoever signed for this thing last. I'll meet you in the city when I'm done here.
That sounds pretty easy. Shut up, Bailey. Okay, so just gotta see whoever signed off last. Kirkland. Oh, it's Bailey.
What we do to keep them safe.
Oh, that's correct.
Oh, hey there. Back already. Davis said something about you going on patrol with him? He's... he's alright, isn't he? Nothing, bad happened out there.
You sent that robot.
Oh, no. Look, people getting hurt was never part of it. Davis has just been so stressed over this whole thing with that woman and her sensors, and it's been affecting him on the job. The damn robot was just supposed to stomp around, mess up her data, and then come back. I didn't know it would rile up the Ashta so much, and it wasn't supposed to break down.
I'll tell him to go easy on you.
It won't matter. I really screwed this up.
You could at least be thankful that leniency is being offered.
Yeah, wifey's right.
The robot's internals are fried, so I came up empty. You have any better luck than I did? Know who's responsible?
Oh, Bailey was trying to help.
You serious? Oh, Bailey, what were you thinking? My own people sabotaging equipment. Whole world's gone crazy. Well, I'm gonna have to go deal with this. Thanks for helping out. I'll kick some credits your way. May not be much. Not made of money around here. You might want to give Miss Alpin some time to get clean data. Might be her research. Well, it might prove useful.
Hey, 10K, I'll take it. Now, how about we go check Ilios? They said it was some kind of resort, and I'm curious, so let's go over there right now. Oh, is the retreat still in construction?
My man is missing.
Missing person.
Waiting for him to wander back through the gate?
Mr. Halftown, we are trying, but we don't have the manpower.
And now half my crew thinks your little band of convicts is just waiting to drag us off and scrap us for organs.
Mr. Halftown, our security officer has been put into the infirmary trying to find your worker. We're doing everything we can. All I ask is that you and your crew be patient. You have nothing to fear from us convicts. We are handling it.
Then get it done. Or else we are going to have problems.
You have my word.
Need help?
I'm sorry, love, but the Elios retreat isn't taking new residents right now. We've had some issues. A missing person chief among them. But you're welcome to rest up and refuel here as long as you'd like. So long as there's no bounty hunter after you that's going to kick my brand new door off its hinges.
Oh, I can be your detective.
That the truth? Because I can't say it's going to be easy work. But if you found the construction crew's missing man, we'd all owe you. You don't know how happy I am to hear it. But if you're going to be helping us, well, you should know who it is you're working with first. The staff here, we come from some challenging backgrounds. Nearly all of us have spent time behind bars at one point or another. But our plan is to make this place, the retreat, into something we wish we'd all had. A place to help the galaxy's incarcerated get themselves on firmer footing. We'll bring them here, pay off their bounties, get them job training and a support network. Help them build regular, stable, boring lives to keep them out of the system for good. But I won't pretend that that sort of work doesn't make some people uncomfortable, so I just wanted to make sure you were aware before you signed on.
Good luck with that. Let's see how it goes then.
You are a lifesaver. First place you'll want to start is the infirmary. Our security officer, Greg D'Angelo, was in the process of tracking our missing person, a Mr. Killman, but was injured in the process. He should be able to get you pointed in the right direction.
To the infirmary then.
I would.
Oh, the construction workers are not happy about being here.
Interesting choice of location. Relaxing.
What makes you think it's relaxing? The place isn't even constructed yet.
Who are you? Can't the guy heal in peace?
I'm here to take your job.
Sloan found someone else, huh? Well, hopefully, you'll have better luck than I did. I managed to turn up some tracks outside the facility. Bit of a hike, though. Not sure if they were Killman's, but Ixal's not exactly a bustling metropolis. There was a cave system I scanned nearby, but I got attacked before I could look any further. Next place I was planning to visit once I was on my feet again. I'd start there.
Sounds easy enough. Let's see if we can find any clues in the cave. Place is infested with aliens.
Unsure where
Is the guy really here? Oh, it is, and he's safe.
No, I'm not going back. Stay away.
It's chill.
Oh God, please don't put me back in the bag. I'll do whatever you say, just please, not the bag.
Not gonna put you in a bag, I'm here to rescue you.
Do not fear. Your trial is at an end.
You are? Oh, thank God. Come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Godspeed, my good man.
You do know the way back, right?
I do. We're not that far from the entrance.
Killman's back! Mother of God, kid. What happened?
I was walking out, and someone threw a bag over my head. They took me... I don't know. It smelled like the inside of the first aid kit. I had to sleep on the steel floor and...
Which one of you crooks bagged him, huh?
Us? Why the hell would we do that? Waste of a perfectly good bag.
You're rambling, kid. Come on. Let's get you cleaned up. You smell like used welder's gear.
Mr. Halftown, I have some medical training. I'd be happy to...
You stay away from him. I want whoever kidnapped my man found and dealt with, understand? I don't care if it's one of your people or mine or a fucking ghost. Find them.
Of course. We'll do what we can. But...
I'm not interested in excuses. I need to know who did this. Just find my man's kidnapper now.
Thank you.
Nice to see someone being grateful.
I guess it might have been a bit naive for me to hope for a happy reconciliation, but you brought him back safe. That's what's important. Here, you have my sincerest thanks. But now, we've got a whole new thread to pull on. What are the chances I'd be able to convince you to help us find our kidnapper? Thank the heavens. So, we just need to figure out where we're sending you. Now, Mr. Killman didn't seem to have a lot of information, but I caught at least one or two bits I think could help us find our kidnapper.
Well, he did mention that smell.
He did, didn't he? Industrial antiseptic would be my guess. I know that smell. There was a building we were evaluating as a possible site for the retreat not far from here. An old research outpost. Seems like a decent match for the description of our kidnapper's hideaway. Here, the facility's coordinates. Head out there and see what you can find.
And it's gonna be that straightforward. First clue, a cave, we find the guy. First clue, a facility, are we gonna find the kidnappers? Okay, this has a lot of defenses to deal with. Even the dog robots. Oh, level 44, I'll take it. Okay, let's try and find our clue. Okay, got me some credits, but corrupted slate. That should be it. I don't really need anything else.
You seem to have weathered that trek well enough. Were you able to find anything at the facility?
Well, no sign of the kidnappers, but corrupted slates.
Not a lot to go on. Monica, anything you can do with this?
I can take a look. Oh, it's encoded. Made to look scrambled. And done badly. Looks like... there. Seems there were two of them. Oh my god. It's all here. The accidents, the kidnapping, Greg's attack. These two
They did it all.
Any mention of who they are? They're not with the construction crew, are they?
No names, but there are a pair of ID numbers. They're with the Trackers Alliance.
The Alliance sent 2 bounty hunters? Here? What? Our bounties are all paid.
I'm not seeing an Alliance contract or documentation. I think this is off the books.
Trackers? Consider yourselves lucky to still be alive.
It appears we have been fortunate. But it does beg the question. So, a couple of trackers have decided to haunt us on their own free time. Why?
Doesn't say.
Well, it could be a personal issue.
That certainly seems in the realm of possibility.
So then this is an easy fix. They're bounty hunters. We pay them to leave us alone.
And make ourselves a target for every other hunter in the universe. We need to take a stand.
Says the one guy physically incapable of taking one.
We're not doing anything until we actually find them. Any mention in there of where our trackers might be now?
Sounds like they're on a supply run, outside the system.
Then we got a little time. Given their background, and ours, I expect you're the only person here they might actually listen to. Would you be willing to act as an emissary on our behalf?
Or the hunter, whichever you'd like.
I'm sure we can find a way to solve this issue, which won't require bloodshed.
Let's just pay them and be done with it. I mean, we clearly need more manpower anyway. I'll hire them on as contractors.
To hell with that. We know where they live. Let's have our friend here get the drop on them and send them to the great beyond.
The last thing we need is the galaxy thinking that's how we solve our problems around here, Mr. D'Angelo. I would request you try to avoid any violence. But if you're looking for suggestions on how to proceed, well, it seems we've got opinions to spare.
Yeah, Starfield is a no one shuts up simulator, but sure.
Be careful with these trackers. Love, I can only guess at what these two might be after. But it's clear they perceive something about us as a threat. They're afraid. And all you can do with fear is try and understand it. So, just listen to them, okay? Hear what they have to say. And see if you can make whatever it is they're worried about a little less scary.
A little
Good luck
bit
out
less
there.
scary, okay.
You looking for my suggestion? I don't think they're gonna respect anything other than force. But I think Sloane's not gonna be happy if you handle it that way.
You would be correct, Mr. D'Angelo.
And the cryptographer, what do you think?
Did I mention thanks for taking these two on?
What's your take on the issue?
Had to deal with my fair share of their kind over the years. You don't get into that job to make it rich. You get into it to be your own boss and prove how tough you are. So, my advice? Let them know that pushing around a bunch of counselors just makes them look like bullies, not tough. Be careful with those goons.
And finally,
These bounty hunters need to be dealt with.
pay them off is your
I
take?
think you should offer them money, and I'm willing to help. Here, all I have liquid at the moment. Hopefully it'll be enough.
2,500?
Take care.
I don't know. Okay, back to the abandoned outpost that's not abandoned. As usual. The only thing worse than the copy-pasted points of interest, it's how everything implies that they're abandoned and they never
Who are you
are.
and what the hell are you doing
But
here?
let's not rant.
And just who the holy hell are you?
Main protagonist, pleasure to meet ya.
See? I told you Kilman was gonna lead them to us. Should have slit his throat when we had the chance.
Quiet. Listen, unless you're here to tell us those convicts have decided to close up shop, then we've got nothing to discuss.
Oh, but we do, I can persuade.
It is a reasonable request. You would do well to consider it.
Yeah, tell them, wifey.
We haven't really made a lot of headway.
So why you care?
Fine. We'll leave the retreat alone. Can't make any promises about us being the last, though. Just get out, all right?
That's an interesting last bit.
There you are. You were gone for quite a while, love. Are you all right? Were you able to find our trackers?
Yeah, you should be fine. For now.
That's the best news I've had in quite a while. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, love. This place, all of us, we are in your debt. There is just one last piece of business, though. Nevin asked to speak to you, in private. He's waiting for you up in the office.
7K credits. Lovely. But there's
There you
more.
are. So, first things first, I need to say, well, thank you.
Well, it was my pleasure.
And we are exceedingly grateful for it. It's just the situation you set right with the trackers. It's one we don't want to find ourselves in again. Luckily, we have someone, our founding donor in fact, who has offered to reach out to the Alliance, ensure their good behavior going forward. Before she does, however, she's asked for the details of what exactly occurred. I've already shared my own insights, but, well, she wants to talk to you, too. Is that something you might be amenable to?
Of course, the game wants me to hear more dialogue, but sure.
She'll be pleased to hear
It's fine.
Head to Aquila City in the Cheyenne system. Check in with Justin Sneed, her security chief. And I would ask you to try and be polite. She's the only reason we're here.
Don't you worry, in Aquila, we still have stuff to do there.
Tower's closed. Come back some other time.
No, I'm expected.
You're them, huh?
Plural.
I've got 2 rules.
When I'm well defined on a game that has pronouns. Was this written by someone that tried to make Spanish into a gender-neutral language in Spider-Man 2? Because I did chose mine. And I'm singular. My characters. Oh, we're a big chunky boy, but we're just one person. Anyways, he has a lot of attitude. And guess what? Just a bodyguard. Here's the donor.
Sit and we can get to the business at hand.
Sure, Raisha.
Now, you may already know who I am. Raisha Lance, CEO Laredo Firearms. And you I know all about. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the retreat. Truly, it's a project that's near and dear to my heart.
You're quite welcome.
Now, I presume Nevin already got you up to speed. I need details before I talk to the heads of the Trackers Alliance. Make sure their members understand the retreat's off limits. So if you don't mind, I'd like to just jump right into it. Lily here will be taking notes as we go. Now, Nevin said all the various incidents afflicting the retreat, they all stemmed from this pair of rogue bounty hunters. Do I have that right?
It does seem to be the case, yes.
Good. Lily, make sure we get a copy of all that, will you?
Yes, Miss Lance.
But Nevin did say you managed to get those 2 to leave the retreat alone. You mind my asking how you accomplished that?
I'm really good at persuasion.
2 trackers and you just talked them down? That's quite the feat. I'm interested in the details, though. How exactly did it all play out?
Honestly, one quick save, second attempt.
I bet they are.
It felt easier.
So, only other thing I wanted to ask, and I'm just looking for an opinion here, is there anything in your eyes that could have been done to prevent this happening?
Well, kinda, yes. More security.
After everything I've heard from you and Nevin, I'm inclined to agree. It'll take time to get the right people in place for this kind of work, but I'll make sure it's addressed. But that should give me enough to present to the Alliance. Thank you for making the time. Now, what you did, well, it deserves something more than just a couple of firm thank yous. Here, I want you to have these. They're a rare make, but I think you've earned it. Now,
oh,
was
that
there
looks
anything else you
good.
wanted to talk about before
Don't know
we
if
went
it's
our
better
separate
than
ways?
what I have, but it looks great.
That's kind of you. But without your help, it might have stayed just a goal. You have my sincere thanks. Now, if you'll excuse me, as you've seen, there's plenty to be done.
Yeah, good luck with your experiment. Let's see how it happens. Blast zone. I can do that,
We
but
need
first,
to be
back to
smarter,
Keone.
Better in the way we handle the ash stuff. Hey, how have you been? Staying out of trouble? Well, whatever gets you through the day. I've had more than my fill of it for this lifetime. Things here have been, well, they're better. The ice has thawed a bit between me and Davis. We'll probably never be friends, but at least we're on speaking terms now. I think he finally appreciates the value of my research.
Well, your communication didn't exactly
we're
help.
much better as a team, even if it is a cautiously engaged one.
Oh, it's not that
In
bad.
fact, speaking of Davis, I have to confess, I'm a little worried about him. In analyzing the recent data, I've isolated readings suggesting that someone is making patrols far more often than in the recent past. I don't have any direct evidence, but I know it's Davis. It's gotta be. I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kinda, I don't know, pushed him over the edge, or at least a little too close to it.
I'm sure he's just doing his job.
No, he's not. He's out there at least 4.5 times as frequently.
Oh, that's
There's
a lot.
something else going on. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing else, it would ease my conscience.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after?
You might want to see a doctor about it.
Maybe I will. Let's see where this goes. So what can I do for you?
Keone thinks you might be overdoing it.
And there's the headache. That woman, I swear. Even though we've smoothed over most of the rough spots, she still manages to strike a nerve without even trying.
Hey, if you need help, just say it.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Not sure yet. When we were out there and we found that robot, obviously that threw me for a loop. Still can't believe one of my own people will pull a stunt like that, endangering us all. But the more I thought about it, that whole episode doesn't account for some of the tracks I saw out there. Too large, too spread out.
Oh, so the data might be right.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If there's a bigger Ashta out there, something meaner than what we've seen so far, I have to know. I tell you what, if you and Kiona are worried, why don't you just come with me then? Either I get an extra gun in the fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I'll give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And maybe grab the biggest gun you got, just in case.
Already have that on me.
All right. You know, Keone showed me her data. She's a clever kid. She's got a lot of things figured out. I think we can make some real improvements in the future. She had a couple sets of data that she thought were erroneous or something. But it seems to me that it might not be. Bigger, faster, Ashta sounds like it matches up with the tracks I've seen. But I tell you, I'm hoping she's right, and it's just a glitch. And, no need to tell her I said that. Wouldn't want it going to her head. All right, here we are. Let's head this way. First time I was here on Aquila, I had totally forgotten about it till recently. Every so often, we get independent types who think that they can succeed where everyone else has failed. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're going to make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botany stuff, whatever. Warnings just don't get through to them. Most of them don't come back. But this one-time miner from some corporation or other, he drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an Ashta big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious. And me, well, I was new as anything and just listened to him. Now, though, I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't just blood loss and the heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago.
Oh, finally, something's happening.
No matter what happens, you make it back to the city and tell them about this. You hear me?
Oh, it's gonna be fine. They were like level 15? 2 hits? That's your giant Ashta? Really?
You had proof? Nobody will believe us about the Alpha. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna make it through that.
Buddy!
If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now.
You should be
We are
ashamed.
here specifically to ensure you remain standing.
That thing was level 15.
You are something else, you know that? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this. Now that we know these things are out here, we need to track them and keep them out of populated areas. And that plan is gonna need everybody. So, I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't an error and that she needs to focus on it.
Okay, so y'all just avoiding each other.
No, of course not. I'm an old man, slow on the move. You can get there so much faster. She'll prefer hearing the news from you anyway. Thanks again for saving my ass.
You should be a little bit more prepared.
So, what happened?
He really needs your tech.
Really? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't trust it. You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake, that I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they?
Yeah, but don't let it go over your head.
Don't worry.
What is
I am sufficiently humbled.
What is that NPC
for now,
doing? Okay,
I
fine,
need to
nice.
get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.
Oh, hey, some more goodies. 22k value.
If you are ever looking to buy property, remember me, Mr. Tate. Nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Tate, and you have the look of a newcomer. Welcome to Aquila City. I don't suppose you're in the market for real estate. If so, then look no further.
Honestly, I have an amazing penthouse.
Certainly
That's
not.
empty, but
you have
still.
the air of someone with means. And these properties are a real bargain, I assure you.
I'm not sure, but tell me about it.
It doesn't hurt to hear about them, though, right? I have 2 properties for sale. This one here is a refurbished colonial manor in the heart of the core. I also have a more modest 1-bedroom in Midtown. Any interest in them?
No, nice to meet you. Goodbye.
Wait, before you go. My instinct says you're a person who knows how to work with their hands, or in this case, heavy equipment. Are you familiar with mining lasers?
What a weird convo to start a quest.
Excellent. There are so many in the stretch, living in terrible conditions. The Low House and I are working together to make cheap, affordable housing. But the land we want to build on has hard stone that needs to be cleared.
So, just destroy some rocks?
And it truly is the best cause. Once you clear the land, we'll be one step closer to changing some lives for the better.
Oh, he even gives us a cutter.
Careful not to point that thing at me.
No, this one is so straightforward and so easy.
Mr. Tate is working. We'll have to move out when construction begins.
A real house, like the ones next door?
It's not going to be a matter.
Oh, their
to see you
convo.
again. I don't suppose this time you're here to buy property.
No, just letting you know it's done.
Marvelous. One step closer. I can't wait to tell Miss Wolf. I know it's not much, but this is well earned.
Easiest 5k ever. And hey, we were told to visit Ilios again.
Always good to have you back again. Just happening through our neck of the woods, stranger? Nevin told me about your summons. Our, donor wasn't too hard on you, I hope.
No, she was very professional. That was all.
She can be a hammer when the situation requires. But this project holds a pretty special place in her heart, so I'm sure she was feeling grateful. Well, thanks to your little chat, our donor's doing everything she can to upend the various roadblocks in our way. We're in the process of vetting more security, looking at some additional, and more agreeable contractors. Whatever gets this place closer to becoming a reality. Opening's still a ways off, but we'd be going nowhere if you hadn't wandered in. That makes two of us. Thank you again, love. For you, our doors will always be open.
Oh, seems like we won't be able to see it open.
Soon, could we talk?
Sure thing,
Before
wifey.
I say anything else, I wanted to thank you for giving me time. When I first came here, I never expected that I would meet you or feel this way about you. That we would end up here together. I know that you told me you were not going anywhere, but I still worried, if only a little, that my asking for time to think would be a problem. There is no precedent for any of this. A romantic relationship not within the bounds of Barun culture, I mean. I wanted to attempt to honor that culture nonetheless.
Hey, if it's important to you, it's important to me.
And I love you for that. The point I am trying to get to is that I believe I have an idea. A way I can demonstrate my commitment to you.
Don't worry, we'll do it your way.
I was hoping that would be your response. This is between you and me, and no one else. You know who I am. I do not need to explain myself to you as I would to others. They might not understand, and I do not want that distraction. I want to be able to focus on us. So, as soon as you are ready, I want us to travel together to the second planet in the Shosa system. There's something we need to do there.
Okay, Shosa 2, here we go.
There is little I can offer to show you how much I care, how much you mean to me. Whatever House Varun deems proper could not work, because you are not House Varun. And whatever marriage traditions you might have would not be appropriate for me.
Wanna do both?
I agree. And that is why we are here. This place, where we stand now, is the first place I was brought upon leaving my city, Dasra. The first time I had ever left my home planet. As you know, I was never allowed to know the way back home. That frightened me. But at the same time, I was suddenly aware of not just one planet, but a whole universe I had never seen. That is a feeling I had not experienced again until I met you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You have already done so. There is no need for you to worry. But there is more. Buried here is something of great value to me. Something I wish you to have. It is best, I think, if you are the one to retrieve it.
A gift? For me? Oh, I wasn't expecting anything. Commitment gift added. What is that? What is that?
You hold in your hands the most treasured item I could give you. It is indeed something very special. Let me explain. In my culture, every child is entrusted with a pet groat. They are domesticated creatures native to my planet. Smelly, cantankerous, but their milk is a staple of our diet. We raise the groat. We care for it, we milk it. And when we come of age, we slaughter the groat and fashion its skull into a dagger.
You're more of a Mongol than Genghis Khan, who we met. Well, a clone.
The connection that we have to the Great Serpent. That all things serve the Serpent and can be tools for his use in more ways than one.
So it's your most personal item.
I'm glad that you can appreciate that. Every member of House Varun has a dagger like this. We are instructed to keep them at our side at all times. The Great Serpent is always with us, as is the danger of those who defy and oppose him. But that constant connection to the Great Serpent is a liability to those of us sent out into the settled systems. So when we first leave our home, we hide it.
Well, it's a shame that it's not a weapon.
Yes, precisely. So for years, this dagger has remained buried here, hidden from the world. But now, I believe you should have it. With it, I hope you can understand that I trust you completely. That I know you will care for this the way you care for me. And that we are connected in a way that is now truly unique in the settled systems. In all of creation. I love you, and I am yours. Wholly and completely.
I'll cherish it forever till I cross Unity.
I would not have brought you here otherwise. Now, surely there is some other grand adventure that awaits us. We should go and meet it head on.
I should probably leave it here. But first, there's something I wanna do. Let's sleep an hour and see another funny line from her.
Last night was enlightening. I hope to learn more next time.
Oh, don't we all?